Hey there, Math 7 students. Today we need to talk about point-slope form of an equation of a line. So let's define that real quick and then look at a couple examples. A linear equation written in the form y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1 is an equation in point-slope form, right? The line passes through the point x sub 1, y sub 1, and the slope of the line is m, right? So let's do an example. Write the equation in point-slope form of the line that passes through the point 3, negative 6, with a slope of negative 4/3. So the first thing that I did was I labeled my point x1, y1 to remind myself what is what, and I find my slope, and I make a note that that is in fact m, right? And then I need to write down point-slope form of an equation of a line. So I write y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. Then we need to substitute the things that we know, right? Going in for y sub 1 is the negative 6. So it'll be y minus negative 6 equals negative 4/3 is going in for the slope, parentheses, x minus 3. 3 goes in for x sub 1. Then we need to simplify, right? We need to look and see, is there anything that we can simplify? Oh, minus a negative, we're going to make that plus. So y plus 6 equals negative 4/3 times the quantity x minus 3. And that's it. We have our equation. It's in point-slope form. Let's take a look at another question here. It says, write an equation in slope-intercept form of the line that passes through the given points. Remember, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b, right? But we're not going to start with that because this lesson is all about point-slope form. So we're gonna end with an answer here, but we're starting with this. Actually, we have to find the slope first. So we have a bunch of points. They haven't given us the slope, but we can calculate the slope if we are given 2 points. So we have m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We do 2 minus 0, right? And 3 minus negative 3. The 3 minus negative 3 becomes 3 plus 3, which is 6. And 2 minus 0 is 2. So we have 2/6, which simplifies to 1/3. So I write my point-slope form of an equation of a line, y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. Then I fill in the things that I know, right? I chose to use this point 3, 2 for my point x1, y1. So I have y minus 2, the y value there, equals 1/3, my slope, times the quantity x minus 3, the x value from my point there. So then we need to take this equation here and get it into this form, y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to distribute the 1/3. 1/3 times x is 1/3 x, and 1/3 times negative 3 is negative 1, or minus 1 here. So I have y minus 2 equals 1/3 x minus 1, and I want to get y by itself. So I add 2 to both sides. So I have y equals 1/3 x plus 1, because negative 1 plus 2 is 1. So now my answer is in slope-intercept form, and I am done. That is it. So we have to pay careful attention to what form they want the equation to be in. Okay? Let's take a look at this one more question. You are pulling down your kite at a rate of 2 feet per second. After 3 seconds, your kite is 54 feet above you. At what height was the kite flying before you began pulling it down? So when I see rate of 2 feet per second, I know that it's my slope. But because it's going down, the slope is going to be negative, right? M equals -2. And the after 3 seconds and 54 feet, that is a point. So we're going to make the time the x value, and the 54 feet, that height, will be the y value. So I start by writing it in my point slope form, right? Y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. And then I start filling in the information that I know. So y minus 54 equals -2 times the quantity x minus 3. Then we need to distribute that -2. So -2 times x is -2x, and -2 times -3 is a +6 plus 6. So we have my minus 54 equals -2x plus 6. I'm going to add 54 to both sides of the equation because I want to get y by itself. So I get y equals -2x plus 60. That 60 is the height. 60 is our answer. That's how high the kite was before we began pulling it down. That is it for today. I hope this helps you. I hope you're all well. We'll see you next time.